Hi there, welcome to another Minecraft 1.14 tutorial. My name is ShadowC and today I'm going to show you a quick guide about wheat and seed farms using farmers in 1.14.4 and up, 1.15 and all of those updates that are coming that are really awesome. So as you can see here, I'm in Race World Download. I've added these farms because I was trying to get some testing about the fact that in 1.14.4 and not in previous versions of the 1.14 series, these guys are again working with the seeds and wheat farm. So if you had another villager here to trade with, you would do like the guys that we have over there. There's a tutorial about that I made recently, so you can go on the information bubble and watch that for all of the other crops. So as I was saying, if you have a guy here for this villager to trade with, you're going to trade bread. But if you want the wheat and seeds, probably for farms, I don't know, chicken, cows, whatever, sheeps, you may just get this guy alone and he's going to work just, well, a little bit like it used to work before. Now, it's worth mentioning that the guy who told me so a few months ago is Cifer. He's a member of the Exumaverse community in Discord, and he also has a channel, a YouTube channel, so his channel is going to be in the description for you to check it out. He has some nice tutorials akin to these same concepts that I'm showing you right now. I want to talk a little bit about the mechanics about these farms in 1.14. They're not going to yield as much wheat as they did before. So, because these guys, you can only give them 4 stacks of seeds, and I'm still doing so even though I suspect that is no longer needed. But if you give them the first, 4 stacks of seeds, you're gonna, speed up the process of them starting to yield some wheat in the farm. So as you can see here, I don't know what this comes from, honestly. I think it just starts dropping wheat because of the bug, because this farm right here has a lot of hoppers. This is because I wanted to do some experimenting, with regards to which farm is going to be better for collecting the stuff. Now, since these blocks are farmland, they are not full height blocks. As you can see right here, there's 1 pixel. And that is the concrete block that it's right besides the farmland, which means that any hopper or a minecart with a hopper will very much collect everything that this guy drops to the ground. And there is a small bug in the game in 1.14 by which this guy can sometimes drop wheat because they just turn around. They're not here long enough for them to collect all of the drops that they drop. So what you see here is a lot of seeds first, because this guy is filling up his inventory with wheat. That's what I can tell. I'm not 100% sure, but I think my hypothesis of this is that he's collecting wheat on the 4 stacks that you cannot, overstack the farmers anymore. And once he is done with that, he's going to start yielding wheat. We get 1 wheat and 1 seed stack, and then eventually you are going to get about 2 stacks of wheat per 3 stacks of seed. As you can see here, we have 2 and 2. You have 2 stacks of seeds and then 1 stack of wheat, but then 1 and 1. So that's pretty much the proportion that you're gonna get in the 1.14 farms. And right over here, I have the same farm, exactly the same layout, but I have minecarts. This is arguably cheaper than that one, although if you have a big iron farm, you're gonna be able to pull this off fairly easily. If you don't, you can just lay down a rail, as we have done many times in our other farms, and this is gonna work for you. You don't have to do all of the power rails as I did right here. You can just do a couple in the middle. Just make sure you give this car enough momentum so that it can go back and forth. And if you look at the yield right here, this is less than the other one because this farm is younger, but you can see the exact same thing. You see a lot of wheat in the beginning, and then you get 1 stack of wheat per 2 stacks of seeds, and then 1 and 1, and then 1 and 2, 1 and 1, and so on and so forth. Now for this tutorial, I'm gonna talk about this one because it's a little bit cheaper, and this is kind of straightforward. I can just show you in a minute. You start from the chest right here, and then every single hopper is going to face this hopper right here, as you can see, and then I have like rows of hoppers going into that direction. Just make sure you shift click. Each hopper has to be pointing onto the next hopper. You're gonna have problems, you're gonna have bugs in here where, you know, one hopper is gonna be facing down, and that's gonna lose you the yield. So you're gonna very, very carefully go onto each and every block and make sure that all of the hoppers are facing the right direction here. Shift clicking is the answer. But let's just, quit chatting and go right ahead with how to build this little contraption right here. Alright, so we're gonna start copying the structure that we have over there. So let's go 3 blocks up, and the 4th block is going to be the block where our farm is going to go, the height. So we're going to go 3 blocks right here. So this is the same diamond shape of all of our crop farms over there. So let's do 1 block right here, and our stair block is gonna go here with a trapdoor, and then we do 4 of these, 3, 4, and the next one is gonna be our stair block again. We close it up and we continue with the shape. 1 more diagonal block and then 3 other blocks over here. Now if you practice this, it's gonna be, you know, pretty straightforward after a while to get that diamond shape. It's not too bad. 4 blocks and then stairs. Let me see, they face, I think, this way. We want to try and make this as symmetrical as we can, right? So, you know, those stairs are facing this way, these stairs are facing the opposite way, like that. 1 more block and 3, and as you can see, I'm closing the diamond shape like so. Alright, so we have our diamond right here, and the next thing to do is just fill everything with farmland. Now you might argue that you want to do the rail system first. That's up to you. I mean, if you can calculate the shape first, you can go ahead and do it. It's going to be slightly more difficult to lay down all of those rails after I cover the ceiling of this, but it's not impossible, and that's the way I do it. Now before this, notice that my farmland is getting dry. I don't know why I did this, because you gotta water this up first. Now yes, the water is going to drop down, so make sure you don't have any redstone down there, but it kind of makes your life easier to just first drop the water and then cover this up, so you don't need to fix your entire farm later. And then just fill the rest of the area with farmland and fix the rest that turn into dirt with your diamond hoe, of course. Alright, so right here in the middle, you want to have another waterlogged block. That can be any block actually, because you're not gonna have enough water right here to be able to keep all of the farmland in this area right here. So as you can see, a lot of it has turned into dirt. So I just wanted to show you that before I complete the shape. Alright, that's it. That's our diamond shape all completed. Just make sure this middle block is actually in the middle, right? So yeah, I think it's centered perfectly. I'm gonna grab myself a composter and put it right here in the center block, and then sea lantern goes on top. This is gonna be one of our lighting sources throughout the farm. I think I am ready to just jump onto the next step, which is a wall all around this diamond, 2 blocks high, where our little farmer is going to live. Just, well, make sure you don't do what I just did. If you do, you can just repair and continue the build. Alright, so now at this point you're ready to put in the villager, because he's not going to escape. Just make sure he doesn't get hit by thunderstorm. You might want to do the ceiling first. That's the reason, one of the reasons you might want to hold this off. Now I'm not going to do the entire process of getting the village in here. You can watch all of my other tutorials. There is a villager dispatcher system and filter that I have done. You're gonna find that in the information bubble. You can just go back to any of my other crop farms so that you can get all of the information as to how to properly and efficiently get the villagers in place in here. But for this farm, that process is actually slightly a little bit different. So I'm gonna do the rails first, so that you learn a few tricks on how to avoid killing your villager actually when you get it in here. So for now, I'm just going to do the ceiling, and I'm not gonna worry about the villager just yet. Just remember, if you put your villager right now, you are going to save yourself a lot of trouble. If you have different floors of this farm, which you're not going to be able to avoid the trouble, just stay tuned for the rest of this tutorial, because I am going to teach you exactly how to drop your villagers right here without killing them. Alright, so once you have your ceiling all completed, you're gonna go 1, 2, 3 and punch the 4th block, and do that in all of the sides. 1, 2, 3, punch. If you don't have sea lanterns, you might just do what's it called? Glowstone lamps, or just glowstone blocks. There you go. I have my 4 sea lanterns right here. Then you're gonna look for the middle of the shape right here, and you're gonna go 1, and the second diagonal block is gonna be your light source right there. If you don't have any of these resources, you can get away with building this 1 extra block higher, and then just put torches hanging from the ceiling at roughly the same space as I'm doing my sea lanterns right here. That's gonna be enough light source for your farm to work efficiently. Okay, so we have our diamond shape right here. The next thing I'm gonna work on is the underground rail system over there. So I'm gonna go ahead and build this all of these shapes. I'm gonna bring this 1 block lower, because this is gonna be where our rail is going to stop. Now the rail system is more efficient, is a little bit cheaper. Granted, you need some gold for the power rails. But one thing is beautiful. Now you're gonna have holes in the shape, as you can see right here, and I'm gonna teach you exactly how this goes about. Basically, you start the shape onto one of the sides. For example, this one. There you go. And this block right here, you're gonna have to remove, right? So, and you go back and forth like so. Now, let me quickly grab the rails and be right back with you. So I'm gonna do this all with power rails. Just bear in mind, you don't really need all of the straight rails to be power rails. You can, get away with a few of the regular rails if you need to make this cheaper. Now, I just put a line. I'm gonna put a line of redstone blocks in the middle, and then just go back and forth in a zigzag like so. You might want to build yourself some scaffolding in survival. This is kind of, really uncomfortable to do, but you have to go over that shape over there. There's no way around it, because the cart has to turn around here, and there's no space for you to do it inside of the diamond shape. So you're gonna do this all the way like so, back and forth until you reach the end of the shape. Alright, so I'm nearly done here, so I'm removing each block where I need to do the turn right there. And once you finish with this, you're gonna have a structure that's likely like what you see here. So every other block has been removed. I mean, it's not the end of the world. You can probably live with it. You can probably cover this up with more trapdoors on the side. Yeah, probably trapdoors would be a good idea in this scenario, but you're gonna have a rail system that goes like this. And from the side, you're gonna make a turn like so, and here's where we're going to offload the stuff from this farm. So let me just grab a chest and some hoppers for now, and for now I'm gonna just do a double chest right here. Of course, you can come up with any solution you want for storage right here. So we have the line of hoppers going down. If you have several floors, you might want to put these hoppers to one side, so you can have the line of hoppers maybe right here, more center, but that's up to you. So I'm going to place a block right here to stop the rails, and then 2 power rails, go one here and the other one right here. And then we're gonna do the offloading system right to this side in this case, because we need a block right here. Actually, a block here. There you go. So a comparator right here is going to go into a block with a torch and repeater so that you power this rail. But if the car is parked here offloading its stuff, this is going to power off and the rail is going to stop the cart. So let's grab a minecart with a hopper and just place it right here and make sure that it goes about and, you know, all the way through the end and back as it's supposed to be. Alright, so now the only thing left in this farm is maybe you want to put all of the seeds in, so that's going to speed up the process of this farm, and then just getting the villager into this structure. Now this is not as straightforward as the farms over there, like the carrots and potatoes, which don't have a collection system underneath. If I just punch a hole in the structure anywhere and set up a rail that goes up to here and get the villager in a minecart and have him drop right here, what's going to happen is that since this block is not a full high block and we have rails underneath, you're going to send the villager straight down through the block. It's going to teleport downwards and it's going to start taking suffocation damage because it's going to start going through all of the rail system that we have right here underneath. Now that has happened to me a couple of times since episode 17, I think, of my survival series. So if you're gonna be in for a laugh, you can just go there. There's also a clip, I think, in my Twitch channel that you can explore and see that in action. So if you don't want to have that happen to you, just stick around for a second. I'm just gonna teach you how to avoid that by building a small structure on the ceiling and just have your, you know, just push your villager out of the minecart and drop him down. He's gonna take just a tiny little bit of damage, but he's gonna live to, you know, to tell the tale, I guess. But I mean, he's gonna be trapped in here, so I don't know who he's gonna talk to, but he can tell the tale to you. I don't know. All right, so the farm is fully planted, as you can see right there. So what we're going to do is just bring the villager up to this block right here. This block is 2 blocks away, very safely, from our rail system right there. So what I'm going to do is just build a structure, and I'm also going to punch a hole right here, but our villager is going to stop right here with the rail. So I'm going to go like so, and then we can just build a stair down. And so imagine that at some point we're going to have our villager over here. Let me just grab our materials. So he's gonna have to go up this thing over here and just stop right here. So I'm gonna put a regular rail here, and then maybe, can I do that? No, I cannot. I can just do that. Yeah, and all of these rails are power, and then just let me put rails over here. And then we're gonna get a villager into this place on a minecart. Alright, so if you want to know how to properly, you know, handle villagers from a villager breeder, like the one that you see over there, just check out my latest tutorials. You have a villager filter and dispatcher. I also did raise villager breeder, the tutorial. You're going to find all of that in the information bubbles. For now, I just have my villager right here and the minecart over there. And if I power the minecart, it should theoretically, well, that didn't work. So that's power. So I'm just going to, yeah, there he is in the minecart. He just went the opposite direction. But if I just push him a little bit, there you go. He took a little bit of damage, but we want him to just stop right here, not any longer. And he already picked the profession from the composter over there. So let me just patch this little hole that we did earlier. Now what we do now is just remove this and just make a way for him to only be able to go into that direction. We're gonna set ourselves some space over here. There you go. And then just break the cart. So yeah, eventually he's going to decide to just jump right in. I have no idea why they are so quick to fall. Don't expect that, like most of the times they're gonna decide going into the opposite direction. Just push them in. Alternatively, you may use a bucket of just water so that they have to flow with the current inside. So he broke that block over there when he fell. So what you want to do is just grab your diamond hole. Everybody should have a diamond hole. Break this block, replace it, and cover this up. You can also plant it if you want, so that you save that guy some work. But there you go. He's going to start tending to our farm. And just as I show you at the beginning of this tutorial, he's gonna first drop seeds, and then he's going to start producing wheat for you, and you're gonna have to build a storage system to correctly filter those and, you know, store them for your needs. But yeah, I think that's it for the tutorial. I hope you liked this. If you did, leave a like, a comment, or subscribe to my channel for some more Minecraft. There's a Let's Play series in the 1.14 version. I strongly recommend you watch those. Are pretty fun, and also get some information on how to achieve this in survival. Excuse me. How to achieve this in survival, which is not as straightforward as it might seem. And so yeah, and also I am a member of the Protect server, and I do some streams from time to time. So check my Twitch channel over there. Follow me on Twitter so that you can get notifications on when my videos come out and when I do live streams. But yeah, that's been it. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.